Now, as we start topic 4 of Unit 3, we're going to be dealing with statements and quantifiers, and we're using what is called symbolic logic. And keep in mind that we often classify a statement using the symbolic P for a statement, Q for another statement, and then we're going to use the caret. Remember, the caret is the word and the inverted caret is the word or, and this wavy line is the negation. So in your notes, hopefully at this part of your notebook, you're going to write this, and homework examples 3.4, we'll be reviewing this as part of our classwork. Now, you always have, of course, examples for you to do as well. Some of them might be the same, or it might be a similar number. Let's go on to item number 1. Now, here we are asked to decide whether or not this is a statement. May 13, 2006 was a Thursday. Now, this is a specific statement or a specific grouping of words, and since this could be proven as either true or false, this is a statement. So I would say letter A. Okay. Now, let me give you an example of one which would not be a statement. It says June or July 4th is a Tuesday. Now, is this a statement? Well, you might say it's very similar to what is here, but we're not giving the year. So, is July 4th ever on a Tuesday? Yes. But is it always on a Tuesday? No. So this statement could be true, or it could be false, or this grouping of words. So it is not classified as a statement because it could be either true or it could be false. Now, a statement has to be one of the other. Now, because of the year, this makes it a true statement. Now, for example 2, read this and let's see what you get. So 6 plus 5 equals 11. That's true. And 4 plus 5 does not equal 4. That is true. So this is a true configuration of items and words. So this is a statement. Now, number 3, decide whether the statement is compound. My backpack is empty. Well, this would not be compound because there are no connecting words, and, or, if, then. Keep it short. All right, going on to our next example, 4. Write a negation for the following statement. So take a moment, and of course you're going to choose it. Some jars are longer than this jar. Now to negate this, and keep in mind we have a little mathematical background here. And it deals with the word some and the word all. So we said that if we have something like this in math, 5 is greater than 4, and we want to negate that, we're going to have to say 5 is less than or equal to 4. This is the negation, because here everything was above 4, and now negating it, you have to say that it would be equal to 4 and less than 4. So we had covered this in our flipped classroom lesson. This is some and then all as it relates. So getting back to this example, what would be the negation of this? So the negation would be A. No jars are longer than this jar. Now for number 5, the art needs to be viewed. You're asked to negate this. The art does not need to be viewed. Now, keep in mind that as you do the homework, if you do get it wrong, you have the option to see another example and then learn from your previous one. All right, let's go on to number 6. Negate the following sentence and see what happens. Explain the problem that arises. Now you have to read this in A and B. In fact, all of these statements are the same. It's just that they're saying no problem, no problem. And the correct answer is actually letter C. Because the problem is, since the correct answer or the correct number, it cannot be more or it cannot be less. And that goes back to what we had said about this, that the negation of this is reversing the sign and putting the equal sign underneath it. Now for number 7, we're using those symbols of symbolic logic, and my suggestion is as you write this in your notes, let P represent, you're going to put a P, the scarf is red, and the Q, the vest is brown. Now they want you to take these statements and put them in symbolic logic. Or in this case, translate from symbolic logic. So P would just be this. Now the inverted caret, as we mentioned earlier, is the word or, and then Q. So it's just going to be the scarf is red or the vest is brown. The scarf is red or the vest is brown. It looks like C here. Now for number 8, again, let P, snow, it is snowing outside. And Q represent the statement, the stove is hot. Now you want to convert this using the symbols. It is snowing outside. That's going to be P. And now for the word and, we have to use the caret. The stove is hot. So knowing the background of symbolic logic, and we're starting rather easy, just converting this from statements into the symbols used to represent what they're asking. And the key often is whether it's an and or whether it's an or. And that makes a lot of difference as to whether it's going to be right or incorrect. Again, the protocol for doing it is define your terms. Let Q represent the statement. The taxes are high. Let P represent the statement. The play is boring. Now, translate into symbolic logic. The play is boring. That's going to be just plain P. The play is boring. The play is boring. Now, what symbol are you going to use for the and? Well, the caret. And taxes are high is Q, but we're doing what? We are negating Q. The taxes are not high, so negation of Q. And there would be the use of the symbols in symbolic logic to write these statements as is listed. So for our last item, item 10, and I made a little sketch of this in my booklet. A, B, and C, straightforward. Now, the statement, not every circle is filled in with black. So which rows meet that? Well, it would be A, and it would be B. C would not qualify. Okay, so this was short, but you'll have your homework and other items and maybe some of these very same items. Now, the old expression, if at first you don't succeed, try again, is a good little thing. Now remember, you can always get a similar example, learn from your error. You want to score 100% on your homework. All right, we'll wrap this up.